2, 1. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Insanity Check once again. My name is Ken, and dude interrupted me in Skillet Sauce, of course. So, yeah, we're in, week 3 of, NFL crisis mode, and we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. We did a whole show on it 2 weeks ago. I think that's, pretty much sufficient, but, we have to, at least me anyway, I have to make a couple of mentions about, Roger Goodell, who is, slowly spiraling into the pits of hell in the eyes of, all the idiots who thought he was some sort of savior or hero or sheriff or just man or whatever nonsense they wanted to believe. And this includes the players, the former players, the players on who are analysts now, the fucking reporters, ESPN, all of these fucking idiots who it's upsetting to me because I saw through this dude years ago. I say it again, when the whole concussion conflict came up and this dude went to Capitol Hill twice because they were being fucking sued, and he was saying there's no way, he doesn't understand, there's no evidence showing that, this post-traumatic disorders and concussion syndrome has anything to do with football. Yet somehow a small organization who got a couple of scientists together managed to figure this shit out. But a $9 billion organization couldn't do it. Oh, now this whole Ray Rice shit is going on, and now he wants to get it right, and
Adrian Peterson shit. See, that's the latest thing. That's Adrian Peterson.
And I mean, Adrian Peterson came up before, but now the Vikings, who are showing what an idiot organization they are basically preparing to let Adrian Peterson go because the firestorm. They're in the midst of the firestorm. And, they want to come out unscathed, unlike the Ravens are doing, because the Ravens are being set up to be completely fucked because now cats are coming out of woodwork and saying that they knew about this shit hours.
And also, Ray Rice is also saying that the TMZ footage was edited. Mm-hmm. So he's like, listen, if you're going to fucking show this whole thing, show the whole video, because I believe he wants to, it seems like he's implying that the entire footage is going to show, I guess, his then fiance's culpability, if there is such a thing as culpability in a situation like this. But he wants to show the whole footage of what happened that preceded, the hallway incident and then going into the elevator. Right. So, but be that as it may, the NFL saw some version of that shit. Saw that shit. I think they saw the whole thing. See, that's my thinking is, they saw the entire story, the entire video, and couple that with, the couple themselves saying, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then they judged, and then the TMZ's truncated thing just showing her, getting cold check hooked into the railing.
That made TMZ more money.
Exactly. And showing her getting, the actual check hooking and being released to everyone else. Now they're like you said, they're in backpedal mode. And now, since they already put their foot in the lie and said, yo, we didn't see it, and it's coming out that they did see it, it's going to be bad because Ray Rice is planning on suing these motherfuckers.
Yeah, as well he should.
Yeah, so
because as I've said numerous times, the NFL doesn't give a fuck about anybody who's not making them money. They can have all the causes they want. They can put all the ribbons. They can dress these players in pink for fucking 17 years. Mm-hmm. If that shit wasn't making them money, somehow, some way, it wouldn't be happening. And Ray Rice, while he was making them money, they tried to fucking help him out. And now the whole shit blew up, and they threw him under the bus, under the fucking Sherman tank, under everything. And was like, yo, too bad, you gotta go. And that's why he's gonna try to fuck them. Yeah. Someone told me, he's like, yo, I hope this happens. I hope Ray Rice ends up on 60 Minutes.
Oh, that would be
fantastic.
Blows
this whole fucking thing out of the goddamn
Well, it needs to be blown out. There needs to be, I don't know what that character's name was in Network, but it needs to be somebody like that. Someone that literally gets on air and just completely exposes this entire hypocritical system that's going out there, this fake political correctness, just holding humans up to this phony standard that doesn't exist.
Did you see fucking last night, Chris Collinsworth? Did you hear what that motherfucker actually said?
Listen, I do not watch any pregame shows.
No, it wasn't pregame. He said the shit during the game.
Oh, really? Or what did he
Chris
say?
Collinsworth, who was one of the co-hosts of Monday Night Football. No, Sunday Night Football. I'm sorry. Sunday Night Football. This motherfucker said the exact opposite of what I said last week. And it's incredible that this dude said it. I think he said it twice. He said the NFL, a money-grubbing, whoring corporation, the NFL has to be the leaders of society in this matter.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what he said.
What are you talking about?
They have to show society. They have to lead society in this matter and show basically how 300 million people need to act towards each other.
The
Shit
NFL.
that the fucking government can't do. No religious organization, no matter what power you think your phony God may have, he hasn't been able to do it. But the NFL is the one to lead people.
The NFL, which aren't, I mean, they're not even in control of themselves. The sponsors control the NFL. Okay, if the sponsors want them to do whatever the fuck, they will do it. So Chris Collinsworth is just another pawn. He's just another pawn saying whatever the hell he needs to say, and it's getting totally out of hand because I guess when you think about the Adrian Peterson situation, that is more of a societal tightrope in my mind than the Ray Rice thing, because I think at the end of the day, people fighting and beating on themselves is one thing, but when you think about disciplining your own child, there's the people that believe in the spare the rod, spoil the child, and there's the people that believe in that timeout shit. Go sit in the corner of the timeout, whatever. I'm more along the line of spare the rod, spoil the child. I mean, that's how I was raised. Almost everyone that I've ever come in contact with has at least had a spanking on the butt or a hit on the back of the hand or something. I mean, you can't literally take your kid into the corner and work them low to the body and all sorts of shit like that, like it's a boxing match. But the way in which they're attacking and destroying this man's character is so completely overboard and over the top. I mean, especially the fact that the man voluntarily said, if anyone, that comes from the South or I don't know how it was in the West Indian community, but I mean, in the South, the Southern.
Please.
I mean.
Got your ass torn out the frame just like, I mean, I was like all black people, but I mean, like you said, in our culture, you got your ass whooped.
Yeah, and sometimes it was whatever was in fucking arm's reach. Because I know a fucking guy that was making a joke, that dude Flossie Card. I was watching this show, watching the show on YouTube, and he was saying, back in the days, you be playing with a Transformer, you playing with Optimus Prime, and you fucking up. Your mom take Optimus Prime and make sure that he's in truck mode when she starts beating your ass with it. So I'm like, God damn. But that's how it was. You got hit with the slipper, you got hit with the newspaper, you got your ass whipped. You needed to be in fear of those adults in that house. So they would only have to put in a little bit of investment when it came to that, to where they can give you that Bill Cosby look. Because you knew that look soon meant the belt was coming or whatever. But be that as it may, the man cooperated completely. And he said, listen, what happened was, and he explained it in detail, when I was hitting my son with the switch, which is, people are saying, oh, it's a tree branch. I guess technically it's a branch, but it's not like he's swinging some double arm fucking branch that's going to break the kid's ribs. It's a little thin piece. And what happened was the tip, the thinner it is, the worse it is for you. And it wrapped around his thigh, and when it whipped around, it was like a whip, it caused him to have a welt. He didn't want that to happen. He wanted to discipline his child, but he didn't want the after effects of, the bleeding or the whelps or whatever it is. And okay, speak to him. Give him, if you want to say this counseling shit or whatever the hell, whatever, save face and put him in that. But to try and make it sound like this dude, when they did not even charge him with child abuse. See, they keep saying child abuse, and it's like one person says something and everyone picks up on it. He was not charged with child abuse. I think it was like reckless endangerment or something like that.
Something like
but
that.
It wasn't child abuse, okay? And the fact that the man came forth with everything, it's like people don't matter. It's like they need some new whipping boy, and now the man might lose the entire fucking season.
Well, again, the whole thing. Well, first of all, they have him on that. Is he on that administrative commissioner's blah 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 bullshit?
So he still gets paid.
So he still gets paid.
He still gets paid.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Get you all your goddamn money. But the whole thing is that these motherfuckers, and I said this again about this Ray Rice shit. Sorry, every dude who is physical, let's just say that, is physical with a woman, it doesn't mean he's a woman beater. Just doesn't. I don't give a fuck what you people say. He doesn't mean he's a bone beater. Every person who is physical with a child is not a child abuser.
I said,
Okay? But it's, number one, it makes such a great headline. It makes such a good fucking flashpoint, to get people clicking.
Yeah, nice crawl at the bottom,
to get people outraged, to get people making these institutions, these fucking media institutions, money. You morons.
I'm just waiting for them to arrest Charles Barkley's mother.
Because she whipped him?
Not only did she, he said, he got a whooping. They actually did a little, they spliced together. And I think that, I don't know if that was on TNT or whatever, because it was during the NBA season. But they spliced together a little thing, and she was talking about, Charles Barkley did something that his mama didn't want. And she told him to lay on that couch or bed or whatever it was until she got the strap, and she put it on him. She whooped his behind. And that's what she said. I whooped his behind. And Charles Barkley said it plenty of times. I got whoopings.
Well, he said on Jim Rome, who's another cocksucker, that him and everyone he knows would be in jail.
I made that comment to my auntie the other day. I was like, you know what? I said my whole entire family, they would have been all on the chain gang for the beatings. I mean, I got whipped. They weren't too good with the extension cords and shit like that, but I got the plucks. I got the upside the head. I definitely got the belt. And I'm talking about them old-fashioned 70s belts with like 3 holes going across. It should be whistling, cutting through the air. I got all kind of shit, please. So,
but, like you said earlier, I hope the Vikings get rid of Adrian Peterson because they're fucking idiots and they're going to lose.
And
they're ready to lose it now.
And they're cowards.
And they're cowards.
And I hope they lose every single. It's hard to say this, because I was never a Raiders fan, but Al Davis was crazy as a loon. But I do respect the fact that man was like, all that other societal bullshit that you guys in games y'all are playing has nothing to do with this football. All right. If the dude didn't break the law and the law of the land is okay, then he's coming to play. And that's and in the Raiders case, there was dudes that did break the law, and when they got out on bail, they put him on the field.
But the funny thing is, Al Davis was just the only dude who said it. That's all. That's the only difference between him and all the other owners. He said it because, as you can clearly see, the Ravens tried to get a fucking domestic abuser. The fucking Cowboys had mad coke fiends on their fucking team.
Fiends.
The Giants had to win
mixed up with the prostitutes.
The Giants had one of the biggest coke fiends on their fucking team. Yes, that would be Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. Romanowski on the Broncos, mad, roided up,
psycho. And all the other motherfuckers who beat their women and take drugs and all the rest of this shit. When you can make motherfuckers money, and I'll just say this.
What about the vehicular homicide motherfuckers?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't even
running people down. These dudes running people down, killing humans with cars.
I've been talking about that dude Leonard Little.
There was two other dudes.
No, yeah, recently that fucking he was a Cleveland Brown or some shit in Miami. Drunk or driving under the influence, killed him.
Killed a human. Run them tumbling under the car.
That motherfucker got a year suspension, came back playing. But you fucking hit somebody, hit a woman and shit. You can't. You never allowed to play again.
Or beat your child. You need to, because they're trying to take this man's child away from him. Take away visitations, everything. They're trying to bar them. And I wonder, these people, they're not doing it. They're doing it. I think these people are doing it to elevate themselves.
Of course they are.
To make themselves feel like I'm on this high pedestal. Because they're not doing it for the betterment of the child. It's like, okay, when a man doesn't want to pay for his child and all this other kind of shit, you throw him under the bus because he's a deadbeat dad. Well, there's no issues with Adrian Peterson when it comes to that. It's just that he disciplined his kid. And all of a sudden you want to take him away. Take him away to do what? To make yourself feel like you're on this pedestal? Humans are fucking animals. We're fucking animals, man.
And actually, that's a good segue because we promised we wasn't going to stay a whole show on this shit.
Yeah.
But,
back to stupid humans.
We're trying to make it big.